Yo, DataZero family, you are back for another video with DataZero. This video is not financial advice, should not be taken as such. Please do your own research and due diligence for buying any stock or crypto asset. Now, with that being said, let's hop into charts, facts, data, showing you guys what is going on for today and the rest of this week. So AMC is about to pump and GME is about to pump, and I won't be around to see it. Most likely I will not be streaming, guys. I am taking a bit of a trip tomorrow, but I will be back as early as next week on Monday, so do not worry. And we will be streaming most likely Thursday and Friday, but tomorrow I won't be able to stream, maybe Friday as well. I'm going to stream as much as I can though, guys. Now, what we want to look for tomorrow, this video is going to help try to guide you through tomorrow. If AMC and GME start going absolutely crazy, I will get on my phone and stream. Worst case scenario. Now, what we are looking for to see if we do get this potential pop to the upside, these meme stocks are getting ready to go. I don't care what anyone says. I don't care what anyone tells me. I can see very, very clearly here on the charts that both meme stocks are about to go. GME just pushed up into this gap fill, so the gap fill is a little bit higher now. It's at 24.83 and goes all the way to 28.47. Also, something I found today on the live stream, something very interesting. There is a gamma ramp if we do get above 24.50. That's where the gap fill started. So they're going to fight tooth and nail to try to keep this thing away from that 24.50, $25 level. You guys can see that there's a lot of call options here, all the way up to about $31. You can see that there's a mountain of calls and only a tiny little bit of puts, ladies and gentlemen. So this is very, very bullish. If GME does get above and hold $24, or 24.50, I do apologize, you're going to see a nice movement to the upside. Now, 24.50 is where we want to go now, but ultimately we want to see GME into the gap fill, which is at 24.83. What I'm looking for tomorrow during tomorrow morning trading session is I want to see GME maintain these levels. We got a nice push up here into close. I want to see GME maintain these levels using either like 24.25 or possibly 24.15 as support, most likely 24.25, using that as support, and then I want to see it push up from there. We do have a little bit of support here at 24.20 as well, so I want to see it hold like 24.20, 24.25 as support, and then move up. I don't want to see it really dip down in the morning. I want to see it have a strong support here, retesting some of its support and resistance, but then getting a move up. Once we move up past 24.25, there's a good chance that it's going to rocket towards 24.50, and if we break and hold 24.50, you're going to see a decent move into the gap fill, and that's where the fun will truly begin. Again, gap fill starts at 24.83. Once we get into the gap fill, not only will we have gamma ramp active because 24.50 calls are in the money, also, we have little to no support and resistance. There is going to be support and resistance here because there are historical support and resistance levels here. But because it's a gap fill, the algorithm's going to be wanting to fill that. So it's going to be very easy for GameStop to run. GameStop also has a gap fill here at about 29.44 all the way to 29.65 as well. So we have a nice two gap fills with nice room to run to the upside. RSI getting a little high here on the 4-hour time frame, so a little bit of consolidation or pullback wouldn't be bad. But we do have some room to run, and it looks like GameStop is going to be doing this tomorrow. So I'm expecting a decent green day, or at minimum a green day for GME tomorrow. But I think we're going to see a rally here, believe it or not, for both of the meme stocks, either starting tomorrow and moving into next week. But at the latest, I think next week, we're going to be seeing a rally here for the meme stock. So when AMC and GME start to pump, remember where you heard it first here on this channel. AMC and GME are about to pump, in my personal opinion. Fundamentals are colliding, technicals are colliding, and things are looking extremely bullish, and they are holding key levels, showing me what they are ready to do. AMC extremely bullish, rallying up, then coming down, retesting the levels, rallying up, coming down, retesting levels, rallying up, coming down, retesting levels. Bollinger Band starting to tighten up. AMC closed above 350 today. This thing's ready to blast off, guys. If we hold 350 tomorrow, you're probably going to see a little bit of pullback in the morning, similar to GME coming down to like 348 or 346. But most likely, you're going to see a clean bounce holding our levels, and then you're going to see a push up, most likely getting a decent green day tomorrow. Now, I am a little bit worried because they are loaded up on short shares. I do think they're loaded up on short shares because they know a move is coming. They haven't used many short shares today. They did dump short shares, but they haven't used many today, which tells me as well they are waiting to use these short shares for a bigger move. So we had a nice move today, but I think they're waiting for a bigger move. Again, they're trying to keep it away from 350, but again, they're loaded up on short shares and holding them, which leads me to believe they're waiting for something much bigger, which is much more dangerous for them. Also, 1.9 million short shares available to short here for GME at time of recording. This could change as early as tomorrow morning. Be ready. They're going to fight tooth and nail to try to keep GameStop away from the gap fill and keep AMC away from holding 350. But if AMC holds 350, you're going to see a nasty pop towards 360. And then if we break and hold 360, that's where the fun could begin for AMC. I believe AMC is getting ready to make a move towards $380/$4. That could happen as early as this week. And GameStop is getting ready to make a move towards $24.83 to $25.50. So I think both of the meme stocks are getting ready to push up. GameStop on track for that green week. I told you guys we're going to get a green week for GameStop. GameStop on track for that. AMC just needs to push a little bit higher, and it's going to get another green week as well. So looking bullish for both of the meme stocks. I think we're going to see that uptrend, and this is why I think that. We also have technicals popping off. First of all, Fantastic Four movies coming out. Like, the box office is going crazy. Fantastic Four movies coming out. Superman is still #1 in the box office, hitting 400 million worldwide. I reported about that. Make sure you guys follow me on Twitter/X to get this information as well. But the box office is about to go literally crazy. We have an Avatar movie coming later this year as well. So earnings are going to be good for AMC. Also, you guys can see that AMC stock is doing concerts. Eminem is about to do a concert for AMC. That's going to bring in money. And then, of course, we did get that upgrade as well. So fundamental-wise, AMC is looking good. GME has already been on really sound ground. It has a ton of cash. It just bought that Bitcoin, which is in profit now. It's up on that position. Also, they're sitting on a ton of cash. Ryan Cohen just did a bunch of interviews and did a little tiny press tour. As much as we're going to get out of Ryan Cohen, he rarely does interviews. He even said that himself. And then, of course, we had the GME auction, strategic auction as well. So very strong position. GME is profitable, beating earning after earnings. You guys can see that GME had several beats in a row. So as far as fundamentals are concerned, we are good to go. You guys can see we beat here. We beat here. We've had several beats in a row here for GME. So extremely bullish on GME. I think AMC as well is going to start moving up, and I think they're going to start moving together. We've seen days where kind of GME runs, but AMC doesn't run, and then AMC runs, and then GME doesn't run. I think they're going to start moving up together, which is going to put more pressure on the shorts from both sides. And I think that's going to start happening in the later half of this week, moving into next week. So I believe if we are going to rally, it's going to probably start tomorrow, heading into Friday, and then go into next week, hopefully. But I think we are going to see a rally coming, in my personal opinion, possibly starting as early as this week, but as late as next week. So this is what we're looking for. Again, price targets for AMC is going to be $380/$4. Price targets for GameStop is going to be $24.83 and $25.50. And I think those could happen as early as this week. But those price targets are in effect till next week. So this is what we're looking at for AMC and GME. Make sure you guys put the bell notification on. That way you know when I go live. I'll try to go live tomorrow. Again, GME sitting on a mountain of calls, looking good. Cost of borrow is starting to rise for AMC as well. If we see cost of borrow go over 1%, that's a bullish sign. We've seen cost of borrow pop to the upside today as high as 0.90%. Cost of borrow sitting at 0.64% here for AMC at time of recording, and cost of borrow sitting at 0.51% here for GME at time of recording. Short interest for AMC is sitting at 16.15%, and short interest for GME is sitting at 18.90%. But I do think we're going to see a bullish day tomorrow, in my personal opinion, for the meme stock. So if you do see a green day tomorrow, don't be surprised. And if they start to pump, don't be surprised. You heard it here first. Make sure you like and subscribe. So that's what I'm looking at for AMC and GME and why I am bullish. Let's go ahead and move into SPY in the overall market, show you guys what's going over there, and then we will go into Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. So SPY had a little bit of a pullback. drop down. We identified this bear flag in the early trading session and had a drop down, but I did say that SPY calls would most likely be profitable. You guys can see that we did move back to the upside, and what I am expecting from SPY is to recover. SPY is still in a very, very bullish mode. Do not go against that, ladies and gentlemen. I know it seems like SPY is too high, it's too frothy. I know it's sometimes irrational, but you don't want to go against the trend. SPY, in my personal opinion, is even getting manipulated to the upside. Some people will say that's crazy. Some people will agree with me. I believe SPY is getting manipulated to the upside. The reason why the CAT system was put in place was because the Dow Jones had a manipulated flash crash. So indexes do get manipulated, believe it or not. Stocks are manipulated, believe it or not. And I believe that SPY is in a position right now where it is being manipulated to the upside. Now, for like all the reasons that we're going up really don't seem like we should keep going higher. But we have to do and see what the market is doing and agree with the market, because the market's going to do what it's going to do. Now, I think we're going to see a continuation to the upside. You can already see that SPY is holding this level of support here. So I think SPY is going to push a little bit higher. We have support at 628.88. If SPY is able to hold that, you're going to see SPY go back towards 630.25. I think 630.25 most likely is going to get hit tomorrow. So if you see SPY go to 630.25, you heard it here first. Most likely, you're going to see SPY start to push up tomorrow, okay? Now, NASDAQ is getting in a little bit of a sticky situation, which could end up bringing the market down. RSI has reset a little bit, but it's very, very hot. We retested the rising wedge again and rejected from it. So if NASDAQ does start correcting down, you could see some downside here on SPY. But again, if SPY holds that key level of 628.88, you're going to see movement to the upside. If SPY loses 627.20, you could see a dump down. So that would be how you confirm, is SPY going to be moving down? If it loses 627.20, then you're going to see a decent move down from there as well, as long as RSI isn't oversold when it does get to that point. But in my personal opinion, I think SPY is going to recover a little bit before pulling back. And that's, again, going to give us that slight green week that I am calling for. Right now, SPY is slightly green, exactly like I said it would be. And I think we're going to see a slight green week. You can see kind of we're getting a doji, possibly topping out. I think SPY is losing momentum, but it's not ready to roll over just yet. We do have that bearish divergence forming on the daily time frame. You guys can see that the MACD is even getting bearish. So bearish momentum is building, but SPY needs to flatten out and correct down. It's going up. It is slowly flattening out. You guys can see that, but that doesn't mean we couldn't pop for a higher high before pulling back. Now, again, SPY is going to rally up, flatten out, and correct down because RSI is trending down, price is trending up. So I am waiting for it to roll over, but I don't think that's going to be just yet, but it can happen fast. So be ready for it. SPY is going to correct down. Make no mistake about it. The same way it did on the weekly time frame when RSI was trending down. While price was trending up, we had this flattening out process. Then we corrected down. That's what you're seeing here on the daily time frame as well. So again, I think we could see a little bit more upside before we pull back. I think we're getting a slight green week in my personal opinion. Bearish momentum is building. It is going to roll over, but it's not ready just yet. Now, as far as data drops are concerned or anything that's going to cause volatility tomorrow, you have exiting home sales at 10 a.m. So do watch for that and see where the market and how the market reacts. But you're going to get some volatility around 10 a.m. This is a 3-star data drop, but that is the only data drop we have for tomorrow. So that's what we're looking at for SPY in the overall market. Again, I do think we're going to see a little bit recovery tomorrow going to the upside, but you could see a sell-off in the later half of the day heading into close. Let's go ahead and move into Bitcoin and crypto, show you guys what's going on there, and then we will wrap up this video. So Bitcoin, I just want to make sure if we are going to stay on the fractal or not. The way that we're going to know if we're staying on the fractal or not, the fractal says we might have to pull back before pushing higher. But the way that we're going to know if the fractal is going to remain in play or not is if BTC can hold 119,500. If Bitcoin can hold $119,500, you're going to see a move to the upside. Now, if Bitcoin can break 120,500, that's when a new all-time high could happen, if Bitcoin can break and hold that 120,500 level. What it looks like Bitcoin is doing right now, it looks like it's building support that it's going to be able to hold 119,500, and it looks like it's going to push for that level here soon. So I think Bitcoin is indeed going to deviate from this fractal. Fractal says we top out here, pull back, get a little bit of a correction, and then rally for a new high. I think we might see something special. We have these buy orders sitting here. I think we might hold the levels and push up. And if Bitcoin pushes up, it's going to take altcoins with it. We're already seeing a move into altcoins. We're seeing profits roll into altcoins. We're seeing people take profits from BTC moving into altcoins. We're already starting to see that altcoin season cycle happen, but we're nowhere near a full-blown altcoin season. Bitcoin dominance is still very, very high. You want to watch this. If it comes down below like 50, 45%, that could be a sign of altcoin season. If you see Ethereum dominance over 15, 20%, that could be a sign of altcoin season. Right now, Bitcoin dominance sitting at 59.1%, Ethereum dominance sitting at 11.1%. So nowhere near an altcoin season yet, but we are moving in the right direction. Key coins like Ethereum, I think Ethereum is getting ready to blast off, in my personal opinion. It is sitting in a breakout mode of a macro accumulation. It's been accumulating for quite some time in this huge range, and is now breaking out of that. So a new all-time high could be coming here for Ethereum. We also have all of those crypto bills getting passed, which is very, very bullish. This is literal mass adoption happening in front of your eyes, ladies and gentlemen. The government, U.S. government is becoming crypto-friendly. The SEC is becoming crypto-friendly. This is literally mass adoption and happening right in front of your eyes. And they're going to try to lie games and play sides like this, how Trump was saying the Democrats. And Gary Gensler was a bad SEC guy, but they were saying how they stifled crypto and stuff like that. They're all two birds, two sides or wings on the same bird. And they're going to try to scare you, and that's why they did the crypto XRP lawsuit. That's why Joe Biden said he was going to, and Gary Gensler said they were going to make altcoin securities and change the rules. And then all of a sudden they flip, and now President Trump comes in, and he can say, oh, look what the Democrats did. It's a big game. They wanted you scared, ladies and gentlemen. They wanted you scared. They wanted to shake you out. They didn't want you to have crypto. So again, buy the fear, sell the greed. This is mass adoption happening in front of your eyes. Crypto is very, very special. It's a life-changing wealth transfer, ladies and gentlemen. Believe it or not, you guys can do your own research, and I implore you to do your own research. But crypto is going to be the future, and this is mass adoption literally happening right in front of your eyes. This is why the government has done a complete 360. First to scare you away from crypto. It's a scam. Don't trust it. Everybody's getting scammed. And now that everybody's like, oh, crypto, Bitcoin reserves. It was strategic. So you still have time, but Bitcoin and crypto are going to take off. By 2030, the numbers are going to be insane that you're seeing. XRP, BlackRock ETF potentially in the works. If that happens, it's going to blast off. Ethereum is getting gobbled up by institutions and funds. So again, you could see supply shocks in any of these coins. XRP, Ethereum is getting ate up, ladies and gentlemen. Also breaking out of that macro accumulation. So I think Ethereum's very undervalued right now. They're trying to keep prices low so they can accumulate. But if you look at all the crypto news, whales are accumulating. ADA also has this nasty double bottom in play right here. If ADA can stay above like 89 cents, 90 cents, you're going to see a nasty move to the upside, which is probably going to happen here soon. We also have this falling wedge in play, green MACD on the weekly time frame. Altcoins are getting ready to blow, and I think Bitcoin is actually going to make another move up, ladies and gentlemen, believe it or not. I did tell you guys that 25K would be coming before 2026, and that might be coming very, very soon. We already hit my first price target of 115K. I've been very, very accurate here on BTC, so make sure you like and subscribe if you do hold crypto. Also, XRP blasting off exactly as predicted. Falling wedge breakout, reaching for a new all-time high. If XRP is able to break and hold $3.66, you're going to see this thing absolutely blast off. XRP is actually fighting with the last major support and resistance before moving towards 366, which is 354. So if you see Ethereum or XRP break above 354, it's going to move up towards 366. And if you see it hold 366 as support, it is going to blast off, going into price discovery mode. $384 coming very, very soon for XRP, in my personal opinion. This was your daily outlook and prediction for stocks and crypto. If you found it informative, go ahead and drop a like. We do have a sale here on the merch store. If you use code flash 20 at checkout and spend $100, you will save $20. So basically, if you spend 100, you only spend 80. Guys, you went crazy on the live stream today. Thank you so much for your support, truly. We would have never, ever made it this far without all of your guys' help. It was over 150 gifted memberships, crazy amount of super chats, and I thank you guys so much. Again, if you want to support for absolutely free, just hit that like button, subscribe. We also have a Discord as well. It's $100 for a lifetime invite, exclusive plays, technicals, signals, buy and sell signals. We played calls last week. I'm going to have a play for this week and next week, so make sure you guys check it out. And as always, man, I appreciate each and every one of you. Have fun, stay safe, make money. Peace out, fam.